Welcome to this game of Mechabellum. You can see I'm fighting against Napster, and if I'm not mistaken, it was around 1,820 MMR he was at the time, I think. You see me going for Quick Supply Specialist with Hounds and Sabertooths, and you know, if you have watched a few of my videos, you know that I really like Sabertooths. And with Quick Supply I can go straight for damage enhancement at the first round. So they can one-shot crawlers, even if this time around it's not that useful considering my enemy don't have crawlers, at least if he don't buy it. I'm going for the usual aggro strategy here, selling my turret, putting the Sabertooth very much to the front, so it will just walk a little and be targeted by the turret, and the turret will do almost nothing against the Sabertooth, but it's not needed, since my opponent will do the same as me. We are going on a headbutt here. Grabbing a few crawlers, the usual with this build, even if it leaves me vulnerable against air. But you usually don't take in account air at the first round, unless your opponent is air spec or a quick supply like myself. I could go for a Phoenix on the first round and still get a shaft. Oh. Or at least a 100 cost unit. In this case it would be a Hound, not a shaft. But Hound is a kind of shaft. It's a shaft clearing shaft. My opponent actually went for crawlers, so my damage increase that I end up getting will be useful. But I have a lot of shaft to clear. But he doesn't have one thing that he needed. DPS. He don't have DPS to kill Sabertooths. And you can see it helps a lot to clear the crawlers faster when you can one-shot them with the hounds. And as you could expect, my Sabertooth survived, as he doesn't have the DPS to kill them. But I have very little health, so I'm still below my enemy. Here we have some options, and quick teleport looks kinda interesting, since I will be going for a side attack here, and taking half the time to spawn my units is great. And it's only 50, so it's quite cheap, and I could also use on the other side if I need to. See me going for my typical flank here with hounds. And I think I will also go for my side attack on this side here. He is Sabertooth spec, so he grabbed a few Sabertooths because he noticed he didn't have enough DPS to kill my Sabers. So he's also getting Sabers. Thankfully, my shaft arrived right in time to stop his Sabertooths from insta-locking on mine. And this side is getting destroyed with the addition of another shaft clear. I only put fangs on here instead of going for a side attack because, as you can see, I don't have anything against air. So I wanted to have at least a few fangs that could clear a Phoenix. And now he is below me. And I am at a clear advantage here. My hounds are starting to level. And here we have a few good items, but I don't have any units to put them. At least that I want to put them. I could grab the improved firepower and get Mustang and put it on a Mustang, but Okay, we just decide to skip, going for the money, so I can attack my hounds, and still have quite a good amount of money left. Crawlers here, complete my flank. He went for range. So now my shaft won't have time to arrive, at least my late shaft, to arrive in front of my sabers before he can lock, but that won't be a problem since I put another shaft in here. And you see me grabbing even more hounds, starting to expand my front line. Even put the item here, so it would practically insta-lock on my Sabertooth. At least it was his idea, if it wasn't for my crawlers here. But my Sabertooths are kind of vulnerable, since now with the range, the hound's sitting behind the Sabertooth. Just a little behind, but they are behind. And you can see this one is dead. But Sabertooths are not great at dealing with hounds, at least without the sidearms, which he doesn't have. And it would be useless with range, since it's my biggest complaint about the sidearms. Then I took out of my attack bar this round. No, it's on another game. This one was before I took out. Both my sabers leveled, and marksman. So I just got my late DPS and anti-air that I needed, because Wraith was offered, and I needed something to deal with it. My hounds are leveling, my Sabertooths are leveling, everything's leveling. And now with the marksman I have something to deal with air, even if wasps would still be a problem. Even if only for one hound. I'm grabbing more shaft to put. I also leveled this tower and grabbed defense and healing for my Sabertooths. He's grabbing range on everything. And level 2 Sabertooths with healing can be quite problematic for a level 1 Sabertooth to kill. Put his spider with his fangs here, but I expanded my line long enough that his units are getting pulled to the main fight, instead of going for my tower. As you can see here, they are taking damage from the sabers, but healing. Sabers and marksmen. Which at level 3 do quite some damage, as you can see. It's another great hound for me. But now we have a very expensive and very good spell, and a cheaper spell. That's what I'm going for with Missile Strike. My opponent will go for Orbital Javelin. I'm getting more levels for my units. You can see I have already level 3 hound. I'm putting my missile here, so it will kill this fangs, those crawlers, and even damage to 2 other units. He will put his Orbital Javelin here, so greatly weakening my side here. Taking care of my hounds and the Sabertooth, so I won't have the DPS against his units. You will see me mounting an offensive on this side, with 1 saber and 1 hound here, so I can deal with the fangs and the tarantula. He's also going for a missile, which is really bad, because if he kills these crawlers, he can insta-lock here. I will put one shield here, expecting that he would go for a missile too, and get a missile in here, but he didn't. But at least it helped to save the insta-lock on my Sabertooth, because he grabbed a double shot, and with double shot he has the DPS to kill Sabertooths. That Javelin also did quite well for him on this side. As you can see, it wasn't able to kill all the shaft. My side attack worked, but it's a bit too late. That is where only my marksman survived. And with his extra range and double shot, no chance for my Sabertooth. Now he only has to kill a few fangs. And I lose 700 HP. Considering I was full HP, it's not that much. But it was a great round for him because he got levels. Here I go for the Rhino. I will sell one and use another to attack the... I think of using two, but then I will sell one of them and leave only one to go here. And don't forget I have the quick attack on the side, so they will spawn half the time. My shield survived, at least that, but levels for his Sabertooths are bad for my Sabertooths. Because with double shot and level 2 they can kill with them quite easily. So I will go for range. We will be fighting at the same range and he will have to deal with my hounds before hitting my Sabertooths. He will go for Typhoons to help him with shaft clear, and he even grabbed high explosive on his spiders, which also help. He's still using missiles. But what you should do, and I should do against this, is get another HP buff for my units. With a second HP buff, he can't kill in one shot with the Tarantulas. And I won't do that, but I should. It's what I should have done instead of putting a missile here. Just grab the second enhancement for health, and he would need 2 shots to kill my crawlers instead of just 1, which would help quite a lot at him taking longer to kill my shaft. I put crawlers here to distract a few of his units. You can see that I got the debuff again, but a bit late. And he has late shaft arriving because of the side here, which means my Sabertooth is shooting at shaft while he's shooting at mine. So another bad round for me. Which is bad because he will be getting more levels. And when we are using the same unit, levels are very important. Here there is Incendiary Bomb, which can be very useful, especially for me since I am on the line and I can't defend against it. So for him it's amazing, for me it can be useful. But I will still grab it. I think I will throw it on the back line here. So all his shaft that comes to kill mine here will die to the fire, if he doesn't shoot. He will put it here in front and I can do nothing against it, because it's on his side of the field. He will put 2 shields here, so my fire will just kill a few shaft in the back. It won't be very effective, while his will kill almost everyone. Not every shaft, because I have some on the sides, but it will be very bad for me. He's loading, and he mounted a very big defense on the side this time. I think he got tired of me getting to his tower that easily. Even put a missile here to deal with my shaft. can see he uses a lot of missiles, which can help you a lot. I'm going for Subterranean Blitz here, which also help against the tarantulas. They now have to use 2 shots to kill them, or even 3. And look at the more missiles to help him, but make 3 shots to kill from a normal tarantula, or 2 from a level 2 tarantula with the Subterranean Blitz. It's great against them, but the fire killed most of my shaft in here. But my fire also landed here. I was able to destroy the shield before the fire landed, so great for me on this side. But I lost on the right, and I will lose here on the left too. So I am below him on health now, and another one of those I will be dead. But now there is no fire at least. And since I was having problems with shaft clear, you can guess the solution I will see on this unit drop. Stormcallers. The other units, Scorpion, Fortress, would be on the same page as my Sabertooths, but the Stormcallers with high explosive shots can help my Hounds deal with the shaft much faster. So you see me putting the 3 here, and since I got them for free, I can even get more units. My opponent will put a Crawler here on the flank, and more missiles. Shields, missiles, he uses a lot of money. I am grabbing more Sabertooths, level 2 Sabertooths. Range for my units. He also did that. He grabbed the Farseer. You see me putting 2 missiles, but nothing compared to the amount of missiles he used. Lots of missiles, you my shaft. Thankfully, I have more shaft clear this time, even if he kills my Hounds really fast. You can see I'm hitting his units much faster this time around. And the reinforcement on the right side worked, since I'm winning there too. And this time it's victory for me, which almost kills him. You can see the difference that those units did, even if he used tons of missiles. And I saw this time that he's using a lot of missiles. We skip, don't want any of those. Getting more levels on my Hounds and Sabertooths. I will put missile to deal with his side crawlers. And missile interceptors. I will get 4, I think. 1 here, 1 here, 1 here, and then I grab another here. Later. 4 missile interceptors to deal with his over-reliance on missiles. And even more shaft, because my shaft is quite annoying for him with the Subterranean Blitz. He's getting his spell back, Orbital Javelin. I can't do anything about it. He could target it and has many good, basically 2 good places to target it, in here and here. And he almost has enough HP. And now he has enough HP. With the second enhancement, 81, and it deals 70. So My Sabertooth will survive, only my Hounds will die. And a few Crawlers. And you can see him putting missiles again. But this time I am prepared. Let's look at slow motion here. Missiles destroyed. His Crawlers on the side also exploded by my missiles. He also grabbed the missile interceptors to try to stop my Stormcallers. But with my Shaft surviving in front more, my Hounds can do the job at Shaft cleaving if they are not getting insta-targeted by the enemy. Oh, let's go back to normal speed here. And his interceptors can't stop all the missiles. This side grabs the tower. You can see that all his units get pulled by I put sledgehammers here to pull his units. I got an early tower debuff. Another tower debuff on the other side, and you can see I have more than enough units to kill him. And that's the end of the Sabertooth Wars. A victory for me. And I hope you all enjoyed this game. It's not usual that you see a Sabertooth Wars. There are not many Sabertooth enjoyers like myself. Most people will go for other units like fortresses if they want something to fight Sabertooths. But Sabertooths can win against fortresses. They actually have... depends. If you grab the double attack speed for the fortress with overload, I think the fortress has more DPS than double shot sabers. But it's close, and the saber is much cheaper. But that's it. I will also be telling the MMR of the games. It don't show on replay. I would like if it would show it on replay. I wouldn't have to... I will be taking notes on the MMR of my enemies, since I saw a few questions on what MMR I'm playing against, and I will take notes of my enemies and say at the beginning of the game the MMR of the game. But that's it. I will see you in the next one.